Hi, this is Lara from Elliott Wave Forex with your last free S&P 500 Elliott Wave analysis for the New York trading session dated Monday the 23rd of August. And New York's been closed now, quite a while. As of tomorrow, this S&P analysis is going to be on a new site, Elliott Wave Stock Market, just finishing building that one today. And as of tomorrow, it'll be a paid subscription service. The dollar analysis will continue to be completely free and it'll be available on both sites. So I'm just going to jump straight into the daily chart today for the S&P. So this is all, according to my wave count, all still within a primary third wave. We had minor 1 and minor 2, which was a rare running flat correction. And this is within intermediate wave 1 within primary 3 to the downside. We're working now on blue or minor wave 3 to the downside. The first mid-long-term target here, 948, is where wave 3 blue will reach equality with wave 1. Thereafter, 835.59 is where 3 blue would equal 1.618, the length of 1. A couple of dates for you. 3 blue expected to end either around 31st of August if it lasts a Fibonacci 21 days, give or take 1 day either side of that date, or the 13th of September if wave 3 at minor degree lasts 34, the Fibonacci 34 days again, give or take a day either side of that date. Now it's in progress, we should not expect to see any price movement above 1129.9. Within this third wave at minor degree, we've already had 1 and 2. We're working on 3 pink to the downside now. We're getting towards the middle of it, probably the end of this week or early next week, when we should start to see some really strong movement like this, or possibly even like this. Anyway, we should be picking up momentum towards the end of this week or early next week. Taking you now to the hourly chart, where this pink 2 is this pink 2 up here, and here's our recent downwards movement with a 1, expanded flat for 2, a nice long, perfect, textbook perfect 5-wave impulse for 3, a zigzag for 4, working on the end of 5 now. Short-term invalidation point just up here, 1068.8, because 4 red should not move into wave 1 red price territory. This looks like a simple impulse. These impulse waves are subdividing into impulses, not zigzags most likely, so we shouldn't see this invalidation point breached. We may have seen the end to wave 4 red at 1066.6. If that's the correct point, then the downwards target for 5 red is 1053.9. That's where it will reach equality with wave 3. And a really important point to note with this little piece of movement here, this third wave at red degree is just 0.1 shorter than this first wave, which is really important because that gives a maximum length to the upcoming 5th wave to the downside at 1053.9. We shouldn't see price move below that point. That's quite important. If it does, then we may have a third wave within this extending. This could just be a 1-2 for wave 3 red. So if this labelling holds to be true and it stays above 1053.9, then it's probably just a simple 5-wave impulse where 1, 3 and 5 are all close to equality. For wave 5 orange, which began here, our target to the downside, 1059.04, is where wave 5 orange will reach 0.618, the length of this third wave. It's already past equality with this short little wave 1 orange, so the next relationship I look for is 0.618, the length of wave 3. So that's the upper end of our target zone, 1059.04. The lower end, 1053.9, shouldn't be breached to the downside. Somewhere in that target zone we should see the end to the session's downwards movement. When that's over, then we'll have an end to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down for wave 1 green, and at that stage we'll have a correction to the upside for wave 2 green that cannot move beyond the start of wave 1 green at 1100.6, this point right here. Our second wave correction at green degree is fairly likely to end around about the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree, around about 1081.6, so that would be our target for that upwards movement. We're expecting some further downwards movement for this session towards our target zone, and then again a trend back to the upside. Once this is over, we remove this short-term invalidation point, and move our invalidation point up here and expect an ABC structure to the upside to end around about here. We'll analyse that one. It should be unfolding tomorrow, so I'll leave that one for now. Once we know within the wave 2 green where we have A, and if we have an end to B, we can calculate a pretty accurate target to the upside for wave C to find an end to that second wave correction. Having a look at the ratios within this downwards movement, ratios between 1 and 3 orange. Wave 3 orange is just 0.63 longer than 2.618 the length of wave 1, so we can reasonably expect wave 5 to reach equality with 1, although it's past that now, so the next target, as I said before, 0.618 the length of 3. This second wave, an expanded flat, a 94% correction. This fourth wave, a zigzag, a 50% correction, so those two have achieved alternation both in depth of correction and in structure. That's quite nice. Within this fourth wave, ratios between A and C red. Wave C red is just 1 point short of equality with wave A. So that's a really nice relationship between those two for this zigzag. So again, a pretty good idea of what to expect for the S&P. It's behaved itself really well for us last week. Continues to have impulsive movements to the downside and really, obviously, clearly, corrective movements to the upside. And we really should be building some momentum towards the end of this week. The new banner picture up today on Elliott Wave Forex. This is Raglan down on the west coast of New Zealand. A really nice left point break. One of the best, I think internationally, considered a pretty good wave, that one. So that's all for me today with your S&P analysis, and I hope you'll join me on the new site, Elliott Wave Stock Market, tomorrow. There'll be a link on this site, Elliott Wave Forex, so you don't need to go Googling for it. It'll be easily found for you. I hope everyone out there had a really awesome weekend.